Organizational culture. According to the textbook, organizational culture is the set of the basic assumptions, values, and beliefs of a company's members.
The organizational culture of Easy Tech was really negative. The managers had no respect for what the employees said or wanted in the company. Also, the employees complained about mindless matters, which brought the whole company's organizational culture down. You guys started lunch break already? I always get out so late. It's like they give you 20 minutes for lunch, and you get out 5 minutes late, then they want you back in 5 minutes early. Okay, I see how I can eat a whole meal like that.
I know, our lunch break is so short. They actually let me out on time today, which is so shocking. But, I mean, the salad isn't even that good. Of course, it was so expensive. It's just so frustrating.
Yeah, and I barely slept last night, too. These long nights at the office are killing me. But at least it's Friday. I mean, we'll be stuck here until dark, though.
Of course, but, our position in this company is so meaningless for our, college degree, what we get paid for. So, not enough.
Yeah, not even worth the money spending on college if we're gonna make that much. And after Friday, it stinks it's Friday. I have my second job to go to at the restaurant tonight and Saturday. Looks like no weekend for me once again.
Of course. So, look, my lunch break's over.
Ugh.
See you guys.
See ya. So, what do you think?
Now, how do we solve this problem about negative organization culture and mindless complaining?
According to Hope from Easy Tech, a positive environment and culture is everything to the company. And also, we need positive leadership. The secret to winning and being successful is nurture. To have a nurturing organization, the culture is everything. We must have trust and we must fill the voids with positive communication.
Why is it essential to have a positive culture in the company?
Employees are not allowed to mindlessly complain to their coworkers. If they have a problem or complain about their job, their company, their customers, or anything else, they are encouraged to bring the issue to their manager or someone who is in a position to address the complaint. However, the employees must share one or two possible solutions to their complaint as well.
There are many different costs of negativity. For example, negativity costs the U.S. economy between $250 and $300 billion every year in loss of productivity, according to the Gallup organization. And this number is conservative since it doesn't take into account the ripple effect of complaining and negativity.
90% of doctor's visits are stress-related, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and the number one cause of office stress is coworkers and their complaining, according to TrueJobs.com.
A study found that negative employees can scare off every customer they speak with for good. Too many negative interactions compared to positive interactions at work can decrease the productivity of a team, according to Barbara Fredrickson's research at the University of Michigan. Negativity affects the morale, performance, and productivity of our teams.
One negative person can create a miserable office environment for everyone else. Negative emotions are associated with the following: decreased lifespan and longevity, increased risk of heart attack, increased risk of stroke, greater stress, less energy, more pain, fewer friends, and less success.
Oh my gosh. Julia, your blog is so funny.
I hate this company anyway, so might as well blog about it, right?
Oh, hey guys, what are you doing?
Hey, we're just doing some Excel spreadsheets and stuff
Oh, really?
for the
I
company.
heard about your blog. Just wondering why you guys were spreading negative things about a company that you represent and are a part of. Well, your blog needs to come down.
I'm sorry, but I'm not taking my blog down.
Okay, well, if you're not going to follow the rules, then I'm going to have to go to other ends.
Well, I'm going to keep blogging it. If the company doesn't like it, then too bad.
Okay, well, you know what they say, one person can't make a team, but they can break it.
I like your blog. We don't even get paid enough to care about what the company thinks anyways. They deserve this negative press.
Yeah.
The best way to come about a situation is talking to the employee, And if that employee is non-compliant, there might be a reason to consider releasing that employee from the company.
Hope knew that he was right, that many employees had lost their trust in management. It was the company's leadership's fault, but she also knew that he needed to be let go. He was too focused on the past and unwilling to move forward. Hope never liked having to let anyone go, but she knew that in the process of building a positive culture, you had to let some energy vampires off the bus, as the saying goes.
Now, if the manager releases an employee from the company must find ways to make sure that the work that the employee did will still be accomplished. This can be done in many ways.
According to the textbook, one of the quickest ways to handle a labor shortage is through the use of overtime. Overtime refers to employees working additional hours beyond their standard schedules. Most full-time employees work a 40-hour work week. To address the labor shortage, managers may require their employees to work additional hours to meet the company's needs.
According to the text, outsourcing is the practice of sending work to other companies. Contingent labor refers to employees hired on a temporary or contractual basis as opposed to a permanent basis. Like outsourcing, hiring contingent labor can also help a firm save money and improve its strategic focus.
One way to address this problem is to focus on employee retention. At a basic level, reducing turnover lowers a firm's recruitment and selection costs, reduces its needs to train new employees, and helps ensure that productive employees remain with the company.
The final tactic for addressing a labor shortage is to recruit and hire new full-time employees. While overtime and employee transitions focus on addressing labor shortages with current employees, hiring new employees increases the size of your workforce. One of the primary benefits of full-time hires is that this approach provides a more permanent solution to a labor shortage instead of a temporary one. At the same time, however, hiring new employees involves making a long-term commitment to their employment.
Another solution instead of releasing employees is to come up with a new strategy or plan. For example, Hope decided on the no complaining rule.
Employees are not allowed to mindlessly complain to their coworkers. If they have a problem or complaint about their job, their company, their customer, or anything else, they are encouraged to bring the issue to their manager or someone who is in a position to address the complaint. However, the employees must share one or two possible solutions to their complaint as well.
According to Hope from Easy Tech, if we are going to prohibit mindless complaining, then it is essential that we provide an outlet and process of communication for our people to share their complaints, ideas, and solutions. Without these actions, the no complaining rule will not work.
5 things to do instead of complain. 1. Practice gratitude. 2. Praise others. 3. Focus on success. 4. Let go. 5. Pray and meditate.
Practice gratitude. Research shows that when we count 3 blessings a day, we get a measurable boost in happiness that uplifts and energizes us. It's also psychologically impossible to be stressed and thankful at the same time. 2 thoughts cannot occupy our mind at the same time. If you are focusing on gratitude, you can't be negative. You can also energize and engage your coworkers by letting them know you are grateful for them and their work.
Praise others. Instead of complaining about what others are doing wrong, start focusing on what they are doing right. Praise them, and watch as they create more success as a result. Of course, point out their mistakes so they can learn and grow, but make sure you give 3 times as much praise as criticism.
Focus on success. Start a success journal. Each night before you go to bed, write down the one great thing about your day. The one great conversation, accomplishment, or win that you are most proud of. Focus on your success, and you'll look forward to creating more success tomorrow.
Let go. Focus on the things that you have the power to change, and let go of the things that are beyond your control. You'll be amazed when you stop trying to control everything. It all somehow works out.
Scientific research shows that these daily practices reduce stress, boost positive energy, and promote health, vitality, and longevity. When you're faced with the urge to complain, or you're feeling stressed to the max, stop, be still, plug in the No Complaining Rule Action Plan. Step 1. Explain the cost of negativity and complaining. Gather your team or organization in person or on the phone and explain the cost of personal and organizational negativity. Use the research and statistics and clearly identify the problem and the effect it has on the productivity, performance, and success.
Step 2. Share and explain the no complaining rule. People are not allowed to mindlessly complain to their coworkers and/or team members. If they have a problem or complaint about their job, their organization, their customers, or anything else, they are encouraged to bring the issue to their manager or someone who is in a position to address the complaint. However, the employee or team member must also have a thought of one or two possible solutions to the complaint and share that as well. Step 3. Justified complaining versus mindless complaining. Discuss the difference between mindless complaining and justified complaining. Explain that mindless complaining focuses on problems, whereas justified complaining focuses on solutions.
Step 4. Identify and share your complaint/solution process. It is essential that each person in your organization understands how your organization and team will consider and address complaints and turn problems into solutions. There are many possible options, and you simply must decide what works best for your type of organization. Following are some ideas to consider. You may use one or a combination of all of these ideas, depending on the size of your organization and the culture, the type of the organization, and other factors. 1. Direct report. 2. Complaint czar. 3. Executive team. 4. Complaint terminator. 5. The good old shoebox.
Step 5. Listen, hear, and act. For the no complaining process to work effectively, your people need to know what their complaints and solutions will be heard and considered. Their solutions don't necessarily have to be acted upon, but they will want to know that their ideas were considered. It is essential that your organization addresses complaints, considers solutions, and acts accordingly.
Step 6. Celebrate successes. To reinforce a no complaining rule and generate a solution-focused culture in your organization, you'll want to celebrate and spotlight the successes of people who turn their complaints into solutions and innovations that benefited the organization. Recognize them and share their success stories with the entire organization. Shine a light on people in the process, and this will encourage more success stories. Don't wait for an annual meeting to do this. Do this continuously throughout the year via email, website postings, conference calls, and meetings.
Step 7. Monitor and enforce the no complaining rule. Encourage leaders, managers, and everyone in your organization to enforce the no complaining rule. Make creating a positive culture everyone's priority. Encourage everyone to weed out negativity when they see it and hear it. Make mindless complaining a cultural taboo in your organization. Ingrain positive energy into the culture and habits of your people.
Step 8. Distribute no complaining tools. Ingrain the no complaining rule into your culture and break the habit of complaining by sharing no complaining tools with everyone. Here are a few ideas. Distribute cards with the no complaining rule printed on them. Distribute cards with 3 no complaining tools on one side and the 5 things to do instead of complain on the other side. Post no complaining, solutions wanted, and stay positive posters in your office, home, or locker room, for example. Have each person on your team read this book.
But positive technique. This simple strategy helps you turn your complaints into positive thoughts, solutions, and actions. When you're complaining, you simply add the word but, and then add a positive thought or action. For example, I hate driving an hour to work, but I'm so thankful that I have a car and that I have a job.
Focus on the get to instead of the have to. Too often we complain and focus on what we have to do. We say things like, I have to go to work, I have to drive here. Instead, shift your perspective and realize it's not about having to do anything. You get to do things. Focus on what you get to do and what you are blessed for instead of stressed for.
Turn complaints into solutions. The goal is not to eliminate all complaining, it's just to eliminate the mindless complaining. The opposite of mindless complaining is justified complaining, which is finding a solution to the problem. Every complaint represents an opportunity to turn a negative into a positive.
Step 9. Designate a no complaining week. After you introduce the no complaining rule to your organization or team, you'll want to shine a spotlight on the rule by designating a no complaining week. This is a fun but very powerful way to ingrain the rule into habits of each person and the culture of the organization. To implement a no complaining week, try the following. Introduce the no complaining rule. Make sure everyone has the no complaining tools mentioned in Step 8. Encourage people to monitor their own thoughts for the week and pay attention to how negative they can be.
In conclusion, the following could be adjusted to any company's values, beliefs, and morals. The no complaining rule is an effective way to jumpstart and keep your company's success.